What if we are living inside a black hole right now? The thought that opens the door. What if everything you know, the stars above, the galaxies drifting apart, even the flow of time itself, is happening inside the belly of a black hole? Not outside, not nearby, but within. At first, the idea sounds impossible, even absurd. We are taught that black holes are prisons, places where gravity grows so strong that not even light can escape. Yet some scientists, chasing the riddles of relativity, whisper the possibility that our entire universe may be the interior of such a structure. Think of it. The Big Bang itself could have been the moment when another, older universe collapsed into a singularity, birthing ours on the inside. In this story, the edge of our observable cosmos, the farthest horizon our telescopes can see, might be nothing more than the event horizon of a parent black hole, and so every sunrise, every heartbeat, every thought you have ever had could be the quiet unfolding of events inside a place we once believed was only death and silence. In the calm of night, as you lie back, let the possibility breathe through you. Not terror, but wonder. If we live inside a black hole, then everything is connected by its curved space, every galaxy caught in its inward pull, every second of your life part of a cosmic story written in gravity's strongest ink. Close your eyes and picture the walls of this hidden prison. They are not iron or stone, but light bent back on itself, a horizon that never lets messages escape. Yet inside there is room for everything, for Earth, for stars, for galaxies without number. A black hole may not be a cage, it may be a womb. The Big Bang, reimagined. In school, we learned the universe began with a bang, a sudden eruption from nothing into everything. But what if that blast was only the inside view of a collapse? Imagine an ancient star far larger than any we know, perhaps a whole cluster of them, or maybe even a universe before ours. When it reached the end of its life, it imploded under its own weight, creating a singularity. From the outside, this was death. From the inside, it was birth. The compressed matter and energy did not vanish. They poured into a new interior, ballooning into what we call our cosmos. Our Big Bang, then, was not an absolute beginning, but a transformation, a handoff, the ashes of one reality feeding the flame of another. In this way, black holes are not endings at all, but passages. Some theorists picture them as cosmic recycling bins, others as seeds, planting new universes wherever gravity grows extreme enough. If this is true, then our sky is not just a vault of stars, it is a memory, a reminder that collapse and creation are not opposites, but phases of the same great cycle. You, drifting into sleep, are a witness inside that cycle. The galaxies pulling away from one another are not racing outward into emptiness. They are spreading within the curved interior of the hole we inhabit, stretching space itself. A horizon you see with telescopes, the limit of observable light, may simply be the outer skin of this black hole, the place where time itself folds, and what lies beyond that skin. Another universe, perhaps, or simply the remnants of a dying one that gifted us the event horizon as a boundary. Every black hole has an event horizon, a border where escape becomes impossible. From the outside, nothing can cross it and return. From the inside, it appears as a limit, a shell you cannot see beyond. Our universe, too, has such a horizon. Astronomers call it the cosmic light horizon, the distance beyond which no light has had time to reach us. It is roughly 46 billion light-years away, and beyond it lies mystery. To us, this is simply a consequence of the finite speed of light and the finite age of the cosmos. But in the black hole universe theory, that horizon is literal, the very edge of the parent black hole. We are trapped within it, though trapped may not be the right word. It is not a cage we can feel. Space inside is vast enough for galaxies and nebulae and all the beauty we know, yet it has a limit. Beyond it, physics as we know it may no longer apply. Time slows to stillness as it approaches the horizon from the viewpoint of an outside observer. From inside, we simply see expansion, galaxies racing away. This is the strange duality. What appears as an end from one perspective becomes a beginning from another. So perhaps we are not tiny specks in an infinite void, but residents of a curved interior, bounded but immense. As you breathe slowly, imagine that horizon like a wall of soft glass surrounding the universe. You cannot touch it, but it frames everything you will ever know. It is the stage upon which the cosmic play unfolds. Gravity's handwriting. If our universe is a black hole, then gravity is its author. It shapes not only the paths of stars, but the very fabric of time. Inside a black hole, space-time curves inward so steeply that all motion leads to the center. Yet, viewed from within, this curvature feels like expansion. That is the great trick of perception. What one frame sees as collapse, another sees as creation. Astronomers note that the expansion of our universe is accelerating. Galaxies speed away faster the farther they are. They explain this with dark energy, a mysterious pressure pushing space apart. But another explanation whispers, perhaps this acceleration is simply what the interior of a black hole must look like. The deeper you fall within its gravity, the faster things stretch. The speed of light remains the law, but the stage beneath it swells. If this is true, then every night sky is a manuscript written by gravity. Stars and galaxies are its letters. Expansion is its grammar, and we are the quiet readers, lying awake inside the curve of its script. To fall asleep here is to fall asleep inside a story written by the cosmos itself. You are not apart from this text. You are a line of it breathing, moving, and one day fading back into the ink. To time, inside the singularity. What becomes of time inside a black hole? In ordinary relativity, as one approaches the singularity, time and space switch roles. Time becomes a direction you cannot avoid, like falling inward. If we are living inside such a structure, then time itself may be a product of the collapse. What we call the future could be the direction of the inward fall. The singularity, that mysterious point of infinite density, might not be a place at all, but a moment, the inevitable tomorrow toward which all things move. When you look at the clock on your wall, it ticks because the universe is moving deeper into its own core. That is why we experience time as flowing one way, not because of entropy alone, but because the geometry of a black hole allows no other path. And yet, to us, it feels natural. We are not crushed by the weight of this destiny. We are carried by it. Like leaves on a river, we float downstream. If you close your eyes, you can almost feel it. The steady pull of time, the gentle acceleration of all things toward a point they cannot see. It is not frightening when felt this way. It is simply the current of existence. Stars as survivors. Inside a black hole, one might expect only darkness. Yet here we are, surrounded by light. Stars burn. Galaxies spiral. How can this be? The answer lies in scale. A black hole large enough to hold a universe has room for all these processes to unfold. Its interior is not cramped. It is expansive. The same equations that predict collapse also allow for space to stretch, for matter to arrange itself into suns and planets. So our stars are not exceptions. They are the natural children of the black hole's vast interior. Their light cannot escape outward, beyond the event horizon, But it doesn't need to. It fills our skies, reflecting within, illuminating our nights. From outside, this glow would be hidden, but from within, it is everything. You, standing under the Milky Way, are seeing the fires of stars confined yet thriving, their brilliance caught in the grand container of the black hole we call home. There is poetry in that paradox. Trapped, light still shining. Galaxies as currents in the flow. If stars are the sparks, galaxies are the rivers. Their spirals and collisions, their slow migrations, are not random. They are the natural eddies of space inside curved geometry. Inside a black hole universe, galaxies drift not because of some outward push, but because the interior itself is stretching. They are like flecks of foam on a tide, carried by the... When you see the Andromeda galaxy approaching us across millions of years, you are watching two currents swirl together within this interior ocean. When astronomers map the cosmic web with its filaments and voids, they are mapping the very currents of the last holes inside. To sleep beneath that thought is to imagine yourself floating as well, your life a tiny current in a larger stream. Galaxies are not wandering without purpose. They are the handwriting of space's expansion, drawn by the unseen pen of gravity, the horizon as a sky we cannot reach. Astronomers often speak of the edge of the universe. Beyond a certain distance we cannot see, not because things end, but because light has not had time to reach us. If we live inside a black hole, that edge is doubly mysterious. It is not only a limit of time, it is a physical horizon. We can never cross it, not because of distance alone, but because of the structure of space itself. Imagine standing in a vast dome. No matter how far you walk, you cannot touch the curve above. That is our horizon. It is the surface of the black hole, stretched by scale into the boundary of our cosmos. Beyond it lies the outside universe, unreachable, unknowable, perhaps long gone. Inside it lies everything we will ever touch. Yet does this limit not make our universe more precious? It is a sealed chamber, but within that seal lies every memory, every hope, every dream. You fall asleep knowing you are safely contained in this cosmic cradle, wrapped in an event horizon that holds the story together. Black holes as universe makers? If our universe is a black hole, then every black hole we see in the sky might be another universe in the making. Each one, whether at the heart of a galaxy or collapsing from a dying star, could be the seed of a new cosmos. They would not look special to us from outside, just dark spheres of gravity, but inside, perhaps, entire expanses of space and time unfold. This means that reality may be endlessly fertile. Every collapse births a new expansion. Every ending conceals a beginning. Perhaps the multiverse is not scattered parallel realms, but a family tree. Each universe, the child of another. Ours is one branch among many, its parent hidden, its children yet unborn. As you drift toward sleep, imagine each black hole in the sky as a secret doorway, glowing on the inside, heavy with the promise of new stars, new galaxies, and perhaps even new forms of life. You, inside the infinite interior. So where does that leave you? If this theory holds, you are not outside looking in. You are not at the mercy of a monster in the sky. You are already in. Every breath you take, every step on Earth, every glance at the stars is happening within the interior of a black hole, so vast it contains everything. You are a resident, not a visitor. And that thought changes the story. Black holes are not merely graves of stars, they are wombs of universes. They do not only consume, they create. You are alive inside one, carried by its geometry, nurtured by its space. The event horizon is your sky. The singularity is your future. The expansion is your present. You are not trapped. You are held. And as you fall asleep, that holding feels less like confinement and more like comfort. A cosmic embrace, gravity's arms around all things, including you. The mirror of collapse and creation. A black hole looks like destruction from one side and creation from the other. This is the mirror at the heart of the idea. To outside observers, matter collapses, light bends inward, and time slows to stillness. To us on the inside, that very process looks like expansion, acceleration, and unfolding complexity. It is as if two audiences are watching the same play from opposite sides of the stage. One sees a tragedy of falling, the other sees a birth of rising. Which is true? Perhaps reality may be written in such a way that endings and beginnings are two halves of a single script. The parent universe that collapsed left behind an echo we experience as the Big Bang. And our own future black holes may in turn be stages for others, unseen but alive inside their depths. This mirror softens the fear of collapse. What you dread as death may simply be a doorway. What you call an ending may be another sunrise. Light trapped, yet free. One of the strangest features of black holes is that light cannot escape them. Yet here inside our supposed black hole universe, light is everywhere. Stars shine, galaxies glow, nebulae shimmer like cosmic gardens. How is this possible? The answer lies in perspective. Light is trapped from the outside, but inside it moves freely. It races across the interior, weaving the web of visibility that makes our nights beautiful. The event horizon is a one-way filter. Light cannot leave, but it can play forever within. To us, it feels like freedom. Photons dash from stars to eyes, from galaxies to telescopes, from fireflies on Earth to the hearts of dreamers. None of them will ever breach the horizon, but none of them need to. Our sky is full because the prison is vast, wide enough to hold every flicker we cherish. The lesson is quiet but deep. Even in confinement, brilliance can flourish. Even in limits, radiance finds a way to fill space. The singularity as tomorrow. What lies at the center of the black hole? Classical physics says a singularity, a point of infinite density. But what if that is not a place, but a time? Imagine tomorrow itself as the singularity, the inevitable destination of all events. Every step you take, every decision you make, every star that burns, all of it is pulled into that unseen future. The singularity is not down there, it is ahead. This reframes our lives. Instead of marching toward death, we are falling into tomorrow. Instead of fearing collapse, we can see it as the shape of time. Sleep, then, is rehearsal. Each night you close your eyes and surrender, letting go of today, and in doing so you fall a little closer toward that inevitable center. Yet in the morning, the universe gives you back to yourself. Not because the fall has stopped, but because the journey is long, spacious, and full of light along the way. The sky as a curved interior. When you gaze up at the night sky, it feels like looking outward, but in the black hole universe, you are not looking out, you are looking in. The stars are not spread across an infinite void, they are arranged across a curved surface, the interior walls of the hole. Their light bends, not into distance, but along the fabric of the interior. Imagine standing inside a great dome painted with points of fire. No matter which way you turn, you see stars. That is our condition. We are not peering beyond the event horizon. We are circling within it, bathed in reflections, held by curvature. This explains why the universe looks uniform, in all directions. It is the geometry of confinement, yet far from feeling small, you may feel larger for it. The dome is not a ceiling but a canvas. Every glance at the sky is a glance into the art of gravity. The expansion as a fall, to us, the universe is expanding. Galaxies move apart, space itself stretches, but inside a black hole, this expansion may be nothing more than the geometry of falling inward. Imagine a funnel, anything sliding down its side spreads apart, not because the funnel itself is growing, but because of the way space curves. We are sliding, all of us, stars, clusters, galaxies, down the funnel of the black hole interior. From within, that sliding looks like acceleration outward. We feel expansion. We measure redshifts. We invent the term dark energy. But in truth, it may simply be the perspective of falling. This is the beauty of relativity. The same process looks different depending on your place in it. To one, collapse. To another, creation. The lesson is calm and humbling. Perspective shapes truth. To you, drifting toward sleep, expansion and falling are one and the same, both lullabies of gravity. The parent universe, if we live inside a black hole, then there must have been a parent universe, one large enough and old enough to collapse and give rise to ours. What was it like? Was it similar to ours, filled with galaxies and stars? Or was it stranger, with laws of physics unlike those we know? Perhaps it too lived inside a black hole, continuing the chain backward without end. If so, then universes are like generations, each born from collapse, each giving birth to the next. Our parent universe might still exist from its own perspective, unaware that its collapse has already seeded our reality. We are its hidden children, carried inside a structure it left behind. When you think of the stars, you might also think of ancestors, cosmic parents, whose lives allowed yours. Sleep, then, is not loneliness, but heritage. You are not the first. You are part of a long line of universes, each whispering life into the next. Children of our black holes. If black holes can give birth to universes, then the ones within our cosmos may be cradles themselves. Every black hole we see, whether formed from a collapsing star or anchoring a galaxy's heart, might contain its own universe inside. From outside we see only the hungry shadow, the devouring mouth. From inside, perhaps, a whole new cosmos is unfolding, galaxies, stars, even life. If so, then creation is not rare. It is abundant. Reality is not one universe, but many, branching endlessly like a tree. We may be inside one leaf, gazing at others without knowing they too contain their own skies, their own nights, their own dreamers. To sleep is to step gently into that thought, that every silence may conceal abundance, every darkness may glow on the inside. The night is not empty, it is pregnant with worlds. Time and the one-way path.
Why does time only move forward? Physics outside our black hole cannot easily answer, but inside the answer may be simple, because all paths lead inward. The geometry of the hole ensures that everything moves toward its center. Time is that motion, the unavoidable descent. We cannot reverse it because the curve of space itself forbids reversal. Arrows of time are not adderted. They are drawn by gravity's hand. This makes life easier to bear. You do not have to control the current. You only have to float with it. Each second is a step deep. Each memory is a ripple in the flow. The terror of time softens when you see it this way. It is not rushing you toward nothingness. It is guiding you toward the singular tomorrow, a place that is not annihilation, but transformation.
The edge of knowledge. If we are inside a black hole, we may never be able to prove it. Our telescopes cannot see past the cosmic horizon. Our theories crumble at singularities. We are, in a sense, trapped within knowledge itself. But this is not despair, it is mystery. And mystery is fuel. Not knowing keeps us wondering. It keeps us looking at the stars, keeps us building instruments, keeps us telling stories. Perhaps the horizon is meant to be a veil, a curtain that ensures life inside has questions, has wonder, has reason to dream. Certainty is heavy. Mystery is light, and so you sleep tonight, not with answers, but with possibilities. That is enough. The comfort of containment. Some fear the idea of being trapped in a black hole. But consider the other view. Containment is comfort. The horizon keeps everything together. It prevents chaos from spilling into nothing. We are sheltered inside like children in a cradle. The walls are strong. The sky is sealed. And within this container, life can flourish without interruption. If the universe were infinite and open, perhaps it would be too vast, too cold, too empty. Inside a black hole, there is coherence, a boundary, a hidden safety. Stars may die, galaxies may collide, civilizations may rise and fall, but all of it remains within the embrace of the horizon. You are not drifting in endless emptiness. You are resting inside the greatest embrace physics has ever imagined. That thought, more than any, can guide you gently into sleep. That the universe is not your cage, but your cradle. The singularity as a hidden future. At the very heart of the black hole universe lies the singularity, the future none of us can reach until the journey is complete. To outside eyes, it looks like a crushing end, an infinite density where laws of physics fail. To inside eyes, it may be tomorrow itself, the inevitable place all events converge. Imagine time as a river. Every branch, every stream, every raindrop finds its way to the same ocean. That ocean is the singularity. We will not see it in our lifetimes, nor even in the lifetimes of galaxies, but it waits, patient, timeless. If this is true, then death is not falling into nothing, but joining the universal tomorrow, the place where all paths meet. You need not rush, the river carries you. And when you sleep tonight, you are practicing the art of surrender, the art of letting the current take you toward the horizon of being. Black holes as cosmic seeds. If we are living inside one black hole, then each black hole we see might be a seed for another universe. From the outside, they look like endings. From the inside, they may be beginnings as rich as ours. Picture the Milky Way's central black hole. To us, it is a heavy anchor, silent and devouring. But within, perhaps, another cosmos blossoms, galaxies spinning in silence, stars being born, life gazing at its skies without knowing we look back. This makes black holes not monsters, but gardens. Each one holds a harvest unseen, a future concealed within darkness. And so, when you see a black spot in a telescope image, do not think of emptiness. Think of abundance. Think of universes layered upon universes, each carrying its own story, each holding its own dreamers. Sleep then, inside that thought, that darkness is not the end of light, but its womb. The horizon, as the cosmic wall. Every universe has its walls. Ours is the cosmic horizon, the edge beyond which we cannot see. If this is the event horizon of our parent black hole, then it is not simply a limit of knowledge, but a physical boundary. Beyond it, nothing we do can ever escape. Yet within it, everything we need is present. Imagine being in a cathedral so vast its ceiling is invisible. The walls are not close, they are unimaginably far, yet they are there, curving around you, keeping the interior whole. That is our universe. The walls are not threatening, they are silent guardians, keeping the story intact. They give us a stage to play upon. To sleep under such a sky is to rest in a cosmic chamber safe in its immensity, certain that nothing can disturb its frame. The arrow of time explains. We often ask why time moves forward. Why not backward? Why not both? If we are inside a black hole, the answer may be simpler than we think. Time flows one way because space itself is curved one way. Just as every road inside a valley slopes toward the same river, every moment inside a black hole slopes toward the singularity. The direction of time is nothing more than the geometry of the universe. You are not carried forward by chance, but by necessity. Time cannot turn back because space cannot uncurl. There is peace in this thought. You do not have to wrestle with time or fear that it is against you. Time is simply the way space carries you, as natural as gravity, as gentle as sleep. The Big Bang as a window. In this black hole universe theory, the Big Bang is not the beginning of all things, but the view from inside as collapse turned into expansion. Imagine being inside a collapsing star. To outside eyes, matter shrinks. To inside eyes, space blossoms. The Big Bang then was the first moment of our perspective, the first glimpse of space inflating within the walls of the hole. It looked explosive because we were newborn inside it, but from the outside it was quiet, a simple collapse of matter. The Big Bang is not a mystery when seen this way. It is simply the other side of an event we cannot watch. To dream of it is to dream of perspective, to remember that even the loudest beginnings are quiet endings seen from another view. Galaxies as frozen sparks. In ordinary cosmology, galaxies are islands drifting apart. In the black hole universe, they may be sparks frozen inside the fire. Each one is a cluster of stars bound by gravity, yet carried outward by the curve of space. They shine because light is free inside, even if it cannot leave. From outside, our galaxies are invisible, trapped behind the event horizon, but inside, they are everything. Their arms swirl like slow dancers, their collisions last billions of years. Their light fills the dome. Imagine each galaxy as a jewel, a frozen spark caught in the endless swirl of the black hole interior. You, too, are part of that jewel, a tiny mote of awareness resting in a structure too vast to comprehend. Sleep is easy when you remember your smallness. You are not lost. You are held within a gem of light. The cosmic microwave background. The afterglow of the Big Bang surrounds us. Astronomers call it the cosmic microwave background. It is the faint light left over from the first moments of expansion. But in the black hole universe, it might be the whisper of collapse. Perhaps it is the glow of matter heating as it fell inward, the last breath of the parent universe now echoing in ours. Every radio dish that listens to this faint signal is hearing an echo not of creation alone, but of transformation. That background light is not just old, it is ancestral. It is the fingerprint of a universe before ours, written into the fabric of this one. To fall asleep with that thought is to lie under a blanket sewn from ancient light, a quilt passed from one cosmos to the next. Dark energy reimagined. Scientists puzzle over dark energy, the force that drives galaxies apart faster and faster. They do not know what it is, but if our universe is inside a black hole, then dark energy may simply be geometry. The curve of the interior accelerates as we fall deeper in. The faster expansion we see may be the natural consequence of gravity's shape. In this view, dark energy is not a substance. It is perspective. The acceleration is not mysterious pressure, but the slope of space-time itself. This does not make the cosmos less magical. It makes it more. Mystery is replaced by elegance. What looks like chaos is order seen from the inside. You can rest in that thought. The universe is not broken. It is simply shaped, the unseen outside. If we are inside a black hole, then there is an outside we will never touch. Beyond the horizon lies the parent universe, still collapsing from its own view, still finishing the act that birthed us. We cannot reach it. We cannot send messages to us. It is gone. And yet, we owe it everything. Every star, every breath, every thought was given to us by that collapse. The outside is not absence, it is origin. To think of it is to think of parents long gone, whose lives shaped yours, though you will never meet them. Sleep is easier with gratitude. You do not need to know the outside to honor it. You only need to remember that you are here because of it. The comfort of the theory, whether or not it is true, the idea that we live inside a black hole has a strange comfort. It unites opposites, death and birth, collapse and expansion, end and beginning. It reminds us that perspective shapes meaning and that what seems final in one frame may be fertile in another. It gives us walls without making us feel trapped, limits without despair, mystery without fear. To live inside a black hole is to live inside a cradle vast enough for galaxies, gentle enough for sleep. You may never know if it is real, but as you drift tonight, the thought itself can hold you. You are not lost in infinity. You are resting in gravity's arms, safe inside the greatest embrace the cosmos can offer. The curvature of dreams, inside a black hole, everything bends, light, space, time. Even your dreams, if you let them, may follow the same geometry. You dream of tomorrow, but tomorrow is simply the curve ahead. You dream of the past, but the past is the curve behind. Both bend toward the same center. This is why dreams feel timeless. They ignore sequence and stretch across possibility. In the black hole universe, dreaming is simply practicing the art of being curved. You surrender to a path already drawn, a path you do not control but can still wander. Just as galaxies flow along the expansion, your thoughts flow along the horizon of sleep. Inside this curved cosmos, even your imagination obeys the same gentle arc. Nothing is straight, everything loops. And so your dreams are echoes of the geometry that holds you, falling without end. To live inside a black hole is to fall forever. But falling here does not feel like terror. It feels like flight. You are in free fall with the stars, with the galaxies, with the atoms of your body. All are falling together. So no one feels the drop. There is no floor to crash against. No sudden stop. Only the gentle pull inward, shared by everything at once. This is why space feels calm. Motion is everywhere. Yet balance remains. The Earth orbits the sun orbits the galaxy drifts through expansion, but all of it is one vast fall. And you, lying still, are falling too, cradled by gravity, unhurried and unafraid. Sleep is a smaller version of this, the surrender of your weight, the letting go of resistance, the trust that falling can be safe. Black holes as cosmic mirrors. If universes live inside black holes, then every black hole we see may contain another world. In this way, they are mirrors. When we study them, we may be studying echoes of ourselves. The light swirling into them becomes invisible, yet on the inside it shines into another sky. Perhaps beings there look out and wonder at their own horizons, never guessing we are on the outside, gazing at the dark sphere that cradles them. This symmetry is humbling. We are both inside and outside, children of one black hole, parents to others. Each layer reflects the next. like endless mirrors facing each other. Infinity may not stretch outward, it may stretch inward, nesting universe within universe. You, falling asleep, rest inside one reflection, safe in the infinite hall of cosmic mirrors. The illusion of isolation. Sometimes space feels lonely. Stars are far apart. Galaxies farther still. Yet if we are inside a black hole, none of us is isolated. All matter, all energy, all life is bound together by the same horizon, the same gravity, the same fall. Separation is an illusion. No galaxy is outside the whole. No person is outside the curve. Even the most distant star shares your fate. The gentle drift toward the singularity. To know this is to feel less alone. You and the farthest quasar are family, passengers on the same current. Sleep can be lighter with this thought. You are not adrift, you are connected, not by fragile wires, but by the strongest fabric in the cosmos, space itself. Expansion as breathing. The expansion of the universe feels like breathing. Galaxies pull apart as if the cosmos is inhaling. If we live inside a black hole, then perhaps this expansion is the deep breath before the singularity. It is not chaotic. It is rhythmic. Our parent universe exhaled in collapse, ours inhales in expansion. The breath of one reality becomes the life of another. What happens after? Perhaps another breath, another universe, another cycle. The cosmos may not be silent stone but living rhythm, forever rising and falling, forever breathing. Tonight, as your chest lifts and falls, remember that your breath is in harmony with the universes. You inhale as galaxies drift. You exhale as stars burn, falling asleep. You are breathing with the black hole that holds you. Matter as memory. Inside a black hole universe, every atom may be a memory of what collapsed to create it. The hydrogen in your blood, the iron in your veins, the calcium in your bones, these may be the fragments of stars from the parent cosmos, reborn inside this one. Matter is not random. It is memory given form. When you touch your hand, you touch the past of another universe. When you breathe, you inhale the breath of a parent reality. This makes your body a history book written in elements. To sleep inside such a body is to rest in a story older than your universe. You are not just alive, you are remembered. The horizon as a veil from inside. The event horizon is not visible. It does not glow. It does not shout. It is simply the edge of knowable space. In that way, it is a veil, soft and quiet. Beyond it lies what we cannot touch, cannot see, cannot prove. But veils are not walls, they are coverings. They hide without destroying. They invite imagination. The horizon, then, is not the end of curiosity. It is the start of wonder. Every child who asks what lies beyond the stars is brushing against that veil. Every scientist who builds a telescope is reaching for it, and every dreamer, drifting into sleep, is parting it with their mind. The singularity, as a secrets are not always cruel. Some are protective, hidden because they would overwhelm if revealed too soon. The singularity may be such a secret. It holds the truth of collapse and creation in one, a truth too heavy for our current understanding. So it waits, sealed in the heart of the black hole, hidden behind mathematics that falter when they try to describe it. Someday, another universe may know. For now, the secret keeps us gentle. It lets us wonder without needing answers. It lets us live without carrying the full weight of eternity. Sleep itself is a secret too. Your mind slips into places you cannot fully recall, then returns with quiet gifts. Perhaps the universe is doing the same. The river of time. If the universe is a black hole, then time is a river flowing toward the singularity. But unlike earthly rivers, this one carries galaxies as leaves, stars as pebbles, and entire civilizations as droplets. The river does not rush, it does not dry, it moves steadily. You are in it now, carried along without choice, but also without danger. Resistance is impossible, but surrender is safe. To imagine this river is to imagine your life as a current, not wasted but guided. The river's destination is unknown to us, but its flow is beautiful. You need not swim, you only need to float. The cradle of night. Night falls, and you look up. You think you see emptiness, but you are seeing the inside of the black hole that holds you. The stars are not scattered jewels on black cloth. They are lanterns hung within the cradle of gravity. The dark between them is not void but depth, the curved fabric of space. To know this is to rest easier. You are not staring into nothing. You are staring into a vast chamber that contains all things. Night is not emptiness. Night is architecture. The sky is the ceiling of your cosmic home, and you, small as you are, belong inside it. Sleep then, in the cradle of night, knowing you are held inside the greatest room ever built, the silence of the outside. When astronomers study black holes, they describe the outside as silent, no light escapes, no message crosses the horizon. If our universe is inside one, then from the outside we too are silent. No beam of starlight, no pulse of radio, no sign of us will ever leave the horizon. To the parent universe, we do not exist. Yet to us, we are everything. Silence outside does not diminish, fullness inside. A child in a womb is unheard by the world, but inside it grows, breathes, moves, dreams. So too with us. We are the silent interior of a greater structure. The parent universe cannot hear us, but we live and we wonder. The weight of curvature. Inside a black hole, space is curved beyond imagination. Straight lines are illusions. Even light cannot travel in a straight path. It bends, arcs, curves endlessly. This curvature is the weight we carry without feeling. It shapes galaxies, bends time, sculpts the sky. You are not outside of it. Your body, your breath, your thoughts, all rest on curved fabric. To resist it would be impossible. To accept it is to feel lighter. You do not need to fight the universe. You only need to rest in its geometry. Every step you take is already curved toward tomorrow. The fate of galaxies. In ordinary cosmology, galaxies drift apart forever, but in a black hole universe, their fates may be tied. They are caught in the same fall, drawn toward the same singularity. Their expansion is not escape. It is part of the curve. Eventually, perhaps they will converge again. Not in our lifetimes, not in any lifetime, but in the distant tomorrow of the singularity. To know this is to see unity. Galaxies that look separated are not truly apart. They are beads on the same thread, destined to meet again at the same point. Sleep with that thought. Separation is temporary. Connection is forever. The geometry of safety. Most people think of black holes as danger, places where nothing survives, but if we live inside one, then its geometry is safety. It holds everything together. The horizon prevents escape, but it also prevents nothing falls away. Nothing drifts into nothingness. Everything remains inside, preserved by gravity. You, too, are preserved. Your life is part of the fabric, and the fabric does not tear. Safety is not always softness. Sometimes it is containment. The black hole universe is the strongest container possible. It is not your enemy. It is your shelter. The echo of collapse. Every black hole begins with collapse. Stars die, cores implode, gravity wins. If our universe was born this way, then everything we see is an echo of that collapse. The energy of galaxies, the glow of stars, the rhythm of time, all are ripples of that ancient fall. You are living inside a memory made solid, collapse outside became expansion inside. What felt like death became life. This is not a contradiction, it is a cycle. Every ending is an echo that can carry new beginnings. Even in your own life, collapses leave echoes that shape tomorrow. The universe itself is proof. The horizon is a circle. If the horizon surrounds us, then no matter where you look, you face it. Every direction is toward the edge. But this does not mean confinement. It means wholeness. A circle is not a cage. It is completion. When you gaze at the stars, you are gazing at a circular boundary that wraps everything together. Circles comfort us. The moon, the sun, the orbit, the embrace of arms, the cycle of seasons. The universe itself is a circle too vast to see. You live inside its curve, sleep within its roundness, knowing you are part of something whole. The paradox of escape. If we live inside a black hole, escape is impossible. No signal leaves, no light passes outward. And yet, here you are, free to think, free to breathe, free to love. Escape is not necessary when inside is everything. Perhaps freedom is not leaving. Perhaps freedom is belonging. You are already where you must be. Within the totality of the universe, the paradox dissolves when you see it clearly. Escape is impossible, but so is exile. There is nowhere else to be. You are not trapped. You are home. The patience of gravity. Gravity does not hurry. It works slowly, steadily, endlessly. Inside a black hole universe, this patience defines everything. Stars live for billions of years. Galaxies collide over eons. Even the fall toward the singularity is not rushed. There is no ticking clock, no deadline looming. The journey is vast, and time is plentiful. You, with your small lifespan, are not outside this patience. You are part of it. Sleep itself is gravity's patience in miniature, the slow pull into stillness. You do not need to accomplish everything now. The universe has time. So do you. The mystery of origins. If we are inside a black hole, then our origin lies in collapse. But what of the origin of the parent universe? Was it too inside a black hole? Does the chain stretch backward without end? Some think yes. Others believe there must be a first. The truth may be hidden forever. But mystery is not failure. Mystery is nourishment. It keeps the mind awake even as the body rests. The stars do not need answers to shine. You do not need answers to sleep. You only need wonder, and wonder is endless. The black hole is home. By now the thought has softened. To live inside a black hole is not doom, but dwelling. The horizon is your sky. The singularity is your tomorrow. The galaxies are your neighbors. The collapse that birthed this place is your history. Black holes are not monsters when seen from within. They are homes, vast and curved, full of fire and silence. And you are not a prisoner. You are a resident. You belong inside this impossible architecture. Sleep, then, in your cosmic home, trusting its walls, loving its light, surrendering to its curve, the fabric that cannot tear. In our ordinary universe, we worry about endings, stars burning out, planets colliding, civilizations fading. But if we are inside a black hole, then all of this is happening within fabric that cannot tear. The event horizon seals the edges, gravity holds the structure, and nothing leaks away. Even when suns die, their ashes remain inside. Even when galaxies fade, their matter persists. The whole is preserved, no part lost to nothingness. This is why sleep feels safe. You are resting inside a structure that cannot let you go. Nothing escapes, but nothing is abandoned either. Time has descended. What is time? Here inside the black hole universe, it is descent. Every moment is a step deeper into the curvature, a movement toward the singularity. But this descent is not like falling down a cliff. It is more like floating in a gentle spiral, endlessly supported by the very fabric that carries you. You are not rushing toward an end. You are slowly unfolding into the future. The tick of your clock is the rhythm of descent. The years of your life are the curve of time itself. Descent does not mean loss. It means movement, and movement is life. The black hole as a storyteller. Stories always have beginnings, middles, and ends. Our universe, if it is a black hole, is telling one. The collapse of the parent universe was the prologue. The Big Bang was the opening chapter. Expansion is the middle. The singularity ahead is the conclusion. But even that end may not be final. Perhaps it is simply the beginning of another book, another universe born from collapse. We are characters inside this, reading it as it unfolds. The black hole is not a destroyer, but a storyteller. Its gravity, the ink, its expansion, the pages. Tonight, you read a line of it by living. Tomorrow, you will read another. Sleep is the pause between chapters. The horizon has memories. Our memories are limited. We can only recall so much of our lives, just as we can only see so far into the universe. Beyond that lies mystery. The cosmic horizon is the memory's edge of the cosmos. If we are inside a black hole, that horizon is the same, a boundary between what can be known and what is forever hidden. Perhaps this is why forgetting is natural. Just as the universe cannot recall what lies beyond the horizon, neither can we recall every moment. Forgetting is not failure. It is geometry. Sleep helps with this, folding away memories, leaving only what fits inside your personal horizon. The expansion as illusion. From within, galaxies speed away. Space stretches, and expansion looks endless. But in a black hole, this may all be illusion. To an outside observer, nothing expands. Everything collapses. Both views are true, depending on perspective. We see a universe rushing outward. They would see matter falling inward. Expansion is collapse viewed from inside. Collapse is expansion viewed from outside. This duality is strange, but it is also gentle. It means that even what feels like loss may be gain in another frame. Sleep itself has this duality. To you, it feels like fading away. To your body, it feels like restoration. Both are true. Black holes as bridges. Some imagine black holes not as prisons, but as bridges. They connect one universe to another, one reality to the next. If ours was born inside a black hole, then perhaps it is a bridge too, connecting us to the parent universe that fell before. And perhaps the black holes we see now are bridges to universes yet unborn. This means reality is not a collection of isolated islands, but an archipelago, each universe connected to the next by the tunnels of gravity. When you sleep, you cross bridges too, from waking to dreaming, from thought to silence. You walk small black holes of your own, traveling between states of being. The singularity is harmony. If all paths lead to the singularity, then the singularity is the great meeting place of the cosmos. Galaxies, stars, atoms, lives, all converge there. What appears as crushing density may instead be harmony, the union of all things. From within, we cannot see it yet, but we move toward it each second, bringing us closer. Imagine a song where every note resolves into one final chord. That chord is the singularity, not a scream, not a collapse, but a resolution. The universe is music, and we are part of its melody. Sleep is simply resting in that rhythm, trusting the harmony to come. The black hole as parent. If universes are born inside black holes, then our black hole is our parent. It gave us space, time, and light. It holds us within its boundaries. It shapes our every moment. Parents are often misunderstood. Children may see rules as cages, boundaries as prisons, yet those boundaries are they protect, they nurture. So too with the black hole. It is not holding us captive, it is holding us safe. To call it a monster is to misread it. To call it a parent is truer. And tonight, as you drift into sleep, you are cradled in the arms of that parent universe, nurtured by gravity itself. The fate of stars inside a black hole universe, stars still live and die. They ignite, burn, collapse, and sometimes form black holes of their own. Each of those black holes may seed new universes. This means our cosmos is not static. It is fertile. Stars are not only lights in the sky, they are gardeners planting new realities. Even as they collapse, they give rise to futures. You are made of stardust, and so you are also a gardener. Every breath you take may ripple into futures you cannot imagine. Sleep is part of this cycle too. Your body restoring, preparing, planting seeds of tomorrow in silence, the cradle of infinity. If black holes birth universes, then the process may be endless. Our universe was born of collapse. The universes within our black holes will be born of collapse. The chain has no first, no last, only continuity. You live in a cradle of infinity, where beginnings and endings are the same, where every collapse conceals creation, where every death shelters birth. This thought need not overwhelm you. It can calm you. Infinity does not demand your understanding. It only asks your one tonight. As you close your eyes, you are lying in infinity's cradle, rocked by gravity, hushed by stars, safe in the endless rhythm of collapse and creation. The illusion of the infinite. When you look at the night sky, it feels infinite. Stars seen without end, galaxies stretch endlessly, and darkness appears bottomless. Yet if we live inside a black hole, this infinity is an illusion. The horizon is there, though we cannot touch it. The dome is vast, but not boundless. And still, from our perspective, it is enough. The illusion comforts us. We do not need to see walls. We need only to feel wonder. Infinity, real or imagined, serves the same purpose. It humbles us, it soothes us, it puts our worries into scale. Sleep within that illusion, grateful that the universe feels infinite, even if it is held inside curved walls. The river of galaxies across the sky. Galaxies flow like leaves on a river. In ordinary cosmology, this is expansion. In a black hole universe, this is descent. All galaxies fall together, carried by the same current of curved space-time. No galaxy drifts alone, even the loneliest cluster. Even the faintest smudge of light in a telescope is part of the same river. You are too. Your life, small though it feels, drifts in the same flow. The current does not need your strength. It carries you regardless. That is why the stars calm us. They remind us that we are all in the same river, all falling together, all safe within its stream. The sky as a hall of echoes. Inside a black hole, light cannot leave. So the light we see is always echoing within, bouncing through the curved interior. Every star you see may have its glow shaped by countless arcs, bent again and again before it touches your eyes. The sky is not a clean window. It is a hall of echoes. This explains why the night feels deep, layered, resonant. You are not looking at simple distance. You are looking at light that has taken a long, curved path, whispering of the structure that holds it. Sleep is easier when you think of the stars as echoes. They are not only out there, they are here with you, filling the chamber of the universe with their lasting resonance. The patience of stars. If the universe is a black hole, then stars are patience embodied. They burn not for minutes or centuries, but for billions of years. They endure the slow fall toward the singularity without hurry, without fear. They shine because that is what patience looks like in the language of light. When you worry that life is too short, remember that you are made of these patient fires. Their atoms built your body. Their patience fuels your breath. You too can endure. Sleep like a star tonight, slow, steady, unhurried, radiant from within. The boundary of knowledge. Every telescope we build reaches farther, but always there is a limit. If we are inside a black hole, that limit is unbreakable beyond the horizon. No signal can reach us. But this limit is not a failure. It is part of being alive. Every being has boundaries, what the eyes can see, what the ears can hear, what the heart can hold. The horizon is simply the universe's boundary of knowledge. To live within limits is not weakness. It is definition. Without boundaries, there is no form. You do not need to know everything to rest. You need only to accept that some truths are veiled. The horizon is a mirror. Some say the event horizon stores information reflecting everything that falls in. If so, then our horizon may be a mirror, holding the record of our universe on its invisible surface. This means nothing is truly lost. Every star, every word, every life may be written on that horizon, encoded in ways we cannot yet read. The sky, then, is not blank. It is a cosmic archive. As you sleep, remember that you too are written there, your existence etched in gravity's script. You will never vanish. You are part of the record. The comfort of containment. It is tempting to see the event horizon as a cage, but in truth, it is a shield. It keeps us whole. Without it, perhaps our universe would dissolve into chaos. Containment is not punishment, it is protection. You are contained too, within your skin, within your home, within the orbit of your planet. Containment gives shape, and shape gives meaning. To be infinite is to be lost. To be contained is to be known. Sleep, knowing you are not cast into endless void. You are safely inside, where order and light can thrive. The singularity as destination. Every road in our universe leads to the same place, the singularity. But this destination is not an end in the ordinary sense. It is the natural conclusion of the journey. To fear it is like fearing the ocean at the end of a river. You cannot stop the flow, but you can rest in its inevitability. You will not arrive tomorrow, nor even in a trillion tomorrows. The path is long, and the journey is generous. The destination is not rushing toward you. You are drifting gently toward it. This is why sleep feels familiar. Each night is a rehearsal for letting go, a tiny descent into the singular tomorrow. The fertility of darkness. Darkness is often feared. But in the black hole universe, darkness is fertile. It is the soil in which stars burn, the canvas upon which galaxies paint their spirals, the silence in which life whispers. Darkness is not emptiness. It is fullness unseen. Every night sky is proof. The dark between the stars is not void. It is the backdrop that allows light to shine. Sleep in that darkness, knowing it is not absence, but presence, not death. But the black hole is sanctuary. If the universe is a black hole, then we live in a sanctuary. The horizon keeps us safe from the unknown beyond. The interior gives us galaxies, stars, and worlds. The singularity ahead promises transformation, not annihilation. Everything is accounted for, nothing wasted, nothing lost. Sanctuary does not mean stillness. It means safety within motion. You are moving, but you are held. You are falling, but you are sleep in this sanctuary tonight, knowing that the black hole is not a monster, but a home, not a trap, but a temple, not an end, but a sanctuary vast enough for everything you love. The memory of collapse. Every black hole is born from collapse. If our universe is one, then collapse is our parent memory. The atoms in your body were once part of that great falling inward, compressed and transformed until they became the raw material of stars, worlds, and life. You are a memory given form, a fragment of a cosmic fall turned into a living moment. This is why nostalgia feels so natural. The universe itself remembers. Collapse is not destruction. It is recollection. And when you sleep, you are not erasing you are letting memory fold inward, storing itself quietly for tomorrow. The river without shores. In our universe, time flows like a river. If we are inside a black hole, this river has no shores. Everything within it is carried toward the same center, yet nothing can step out of the flow. This makes life simpler. You are not asked to leave the river, you are only asked to float. Worry dissolves when you accept that you are already moving in the right direction. Sleep, too, is part of the current, a smaller river within the larger one, carrying you gently into stillness. No resistance is needed. The water knows the way. The horizon as a silent teacher. The event horizon never speaks. It never announces itself. It is invisible, yet it teaches the most important lesson. There are limits. Beyond them, we cannot go. Within them, we have enough. The horizon teaches patience, humility, and acceptance. It reminds us that not all mysteries are meant to be solved. Some are meant to be lived within. Tonight, as you close your eyes, you are doing the same. You are living inside a horizon of your own mind, a space where the day cannot intrude. Silence itself is the lesson. The singularity as tomorrow's promise. The singularity is not visible to us. We cannot describe it, cannot measure it, cannot even imagine it fully, yet it waits, certain and inevitable, like tomorrow. In this sense, it is a promise. Just as the sun will rise, just as night will fall, the singularity will arrive, not for you alone, but for everything. The promise does not frighten when seen this way. It steadies. You need not control the outcome. You need only to live the chapter you are in. Sleep is the same, a promise of rest, unseen until you surrender to it. The cosmic web, as gravity's lace across the universe, galaxies form filaments and clusters, woven together into what we call the cosmic web. If we are inside a black hole, this lace is simply the natural pattern of curved space. It is gravity's embroidery, delicate yet strong, binding light and matter into threads that stretch across billions of light years. When you look at these maps, you are seeing the stitching of the cosmos, and when you close your eyes, you are also stitched, held in the weave of space, connected by invisible threads to galaxies, to stars, to every atom around you. Nothing is separate, all is part of the lake. Black holes as generations. If every black hole births a universe, then reality is not a single story, but a family tree. Our universe has a parent. It may have children. Those children will have children of their own, generations of universes unfold endlessly, each carrying echoes of the last, each giving rise to the next. You are alive inside one branch of this tree, resting beneath its vast canopy. Just as families share resemblance across centuries, so too may universes share patterns, laws of physics, sparks of light, even the possibility of life. You are not alone. You are part of a lineage stretching beyond time. The comfort of boundaries. Boundaries are often seen as limits, but they are also comforts. A home has walls not to imprison you but to keep you safe. The event horizon is the wall of the universe. Within it, life is possible. Outside it, nothing can survive. Boundaries define what can exist. Without them, there is only chaos. Tonight, remember that boundaries are blessings. They make meaning possible. They allow love, memory, and dreams to stay within reach. Sleep itself is a boundary, the border between waking and dreaming. Inside it, you are safe. The horizon as guardian. Imagine the horizon not as a barrier, but as a guardian. It protects the inside from collapse into nothingness. It ensures that what was born here remains here. No light is wasted, no particle escapes, everything is preserved. Guardians do not always stand with weapons. Sometimes they stand with silence. The event horizon is silent, yet it guards the whole of existence. As you lie in bed, picture it surrounding the universe like a great circle of protection. You are within its care. You have always been within its care. The singularity as reunion. If all paths lead to the singularity, then one day, in the farthest tomorrow, everything will meet again. Galaxies now racing apart will converge. Stars now distant will join. Every atom, every photon, every life will arrive together at the same point. The singularity is reunion. We cannot imagine its form, but we can imagine its meaning. Nothing lost, nothing forgotten, everything gathered. Sleep, then, is rehearsal for that reunion. Each night, your mind gathers itself, all parts converging into rest. The universe is doing the same. On a scale so vast we can only dream of it. The black hole as cradle of wonder. When you see the black hole as monster, fear grows. But when you see it as cradle, wonder grows. Inside its walls, stars are born, galaxies dance, life awakens. Inside its gravity, time flows, dreams unfold, and questions rise. The black hole does not end curiosity. It begins. It makes us ask, what lies beyond, what came before, what will follow. Without its mystery, we might not wonder at all. You live inside wonder's cradle. Every thought you have about the stars, every question you ask about existence is proof. Sleep tonight in that cradle, rocked by gravity, lulled by silence, surrounded by wonder that never ends. The quietness of truth. If our universe is inside a black hole, then truth itself is quiet. There is no roar of collapse from outside, no blast of the Big Bang from within. Both are silent when viewed correctly. Space does not need noise to tell its story. It speaks through curvature, through stars, through the slow dance of galaxies. Truth does not arrive with thunder, it arrives with stillness. This is why the night sky soothes us. It is a lesson in quiet truth. You do not need noise to be real. You do not need proof to rest. You are already inside the truth of the cosmos. The patience of the horizon. The event horizon has waited since the beginning of our universe. It will wait until the end. It does not hurry, does not weaken, does not change. It is patient beyond measure, and inside it, life is free to rise, grow, and fade. Patience is not emptiness. It is strength that holds without strain. As you lie down, imagine the horizon around you, not pressing, not confining, but waiting, waiting without rush, waiting without demand. You can be patient too. You can rest as the horizon rests, unhurried, steady, calm. The gift of curvature. Without curvature, there is no universe. Straight space would stretch endlessly, empty and still. It is the bending of space that allows stars to orbit, galaxies to swirl, and life to find shape. Curvature is a gift. It takes what could be nothing and makes it something. If we are inside a black hole, then all we see is curvature at its most extreme. Space folded into a cradle, time bent into a path, light curved into beauty. Sleep within this gift tonight. You are resting not in chaos, but in design, not in accident, but in shape. The singularity as a seed. The singularity ahead may look like an end, but perhaps it is a seed. Seeds are small, compressed, dense with potential. They look lifeless until the right moment comes. Then they open, and a whole forest can grow. The singularity may be the same. To us, it seems crushing, final. But to another universe inside it, it may be a beginning, an opening, a forest of stars waiting to unfold. If so, then our own lives are part of that seed's nourishment. Nothing is wasted. All is stored for what comes next. Sleep then, like a seed yourself, still on the outside, alive with possibility within. The horizon as a circle of light. Though the event horizon is invisible to our eyes, some theories suggest it glows faintly with radiation, whispering the memory of what falls in. If this is true, then the horizon is not dark, but edged with light. Imagine the universe as a circle surrounded by a faint halo, holding all of existence within. Circles are symbols of eternity, of wholeness, of safety. To live inside one is to live inside completeness. Tonight, let that circle of light surround your thought. You are inside a whole, not a fragment. You are inside eternity, not accident. The unity of all things. If all matter in the universe is falling toward the same singularity, then all things are united. Galaxies, stars, atoms, lives, none can escape the pull. Unity is not chosen. It is given. The same force carries everything together. Even the most distant light is on the same journey as you. This means nothing is alone. Nothing is forgotten. Nothing is separate. Unity is the destiny of all things. Sleep tonight in that unity. You do not need to cling to connection. It is already true. You are already one with the cosmos. The horizon as a library. If information is never lost, then the horizon is a library. Every star that is burned, every planet that is turned, every thought ever lived is written there in subtle code. We may never read it, but it is kept. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is erased. To imagine the universe this way is to imagine yourself as a page in an eternal book. Your words, your days, your breath are recorded. Sleep knowing you are part of that library, preserved forever on the invisible shelves of gravity's horizon. The singularity as harmony restored, empty scatters. Time spreads, galaxies drift apart. Yet all this dispersal may be temporary. If the singularity is ahead, then everything scattered will be gathered. Harmony will be restored. The music of the universe may end not with discord, but with resolution. All notes converging into one perfect chord. That chord may be the seed of another universe, or it may simply be the piece of completion. Either way, it is harmony. Sleep tonight within that music, hearing in the silence the promise of resolution. The black hole is mother. In many traditions, the mother is the one who holds, nourishes, protects, and gives birth. The black hole, if it is our universe, does the same. It holds us inside its horizon, nourishes us with space and time, protects us with its walls, and may one day give birth to another cosmos. To see it as monster is to misunderstand. To see it as mother is to see clearly. You are not swallowed. You are nurtured. You are not erased. You are carried. Sleep tonight in the arms of that mother universe, secure in her gravity. The stillness of the interior, though galaxies race, stars burn, and time flows, the interior of the black hole is still. In another sense, it is sealed. It is whole. Nothing leaves, nothing intrudes. The stillness of the universe is not absence of motion, but presence of completion. Inside, everything is as it must be. No message is lost. No part escapes. Stillness is everywhere. Beneath the motion, beneath the light, sleep is the same. Not the absence of thought, but the stillness beneath it. You are part of that interior stillness now. Rest in it. The nearness of the horizon. Though the horizon is unimaginably far, tens of billions of light years away, it is also near because it surrounds you. Every direction you look, it is there. Enclosing the universe, distance and closeness become the same. You are always near the horizon, and the horizon is always near you. This nearness is not threatening. It is protective. It means you are never outside. You are always within. Tonight, as you rest, imagine that closeness as comfort, a circle surrounding you, invisible yet certain, holding you like a blanket. The slow gathering. All matter, all energy, all light, all thought drifts toward the singularity. The gathering is so slow it feels endless, yet it is happening now. Every galaxy's motion, every atom's vibration is part of the great gathering. We may never see its completion, but we can sense it in the stillness between heartbeats, in the rhythm of tides, in the calm of night. Nothing scatters forever. All things are gathered in time. Even you, in your sleep, are part of that gathering, folding quietly into the harmony of the whole, the memory that never dies. If information is never lost, then no life is truly forgotten. The horizon keeps record. The fabric remembers. Even when stars burn out, their story remains. Even when worlds fade, their echoes persist. You, too, are remembered. Every smile, every breath, every kindness is written into the structure of space-time. The black hole is not erasure, it is archive. This means you can rest. You do not need to hold on forever. The universe already holds you. The horizon as a final embrace. At the edge of the black hole, light bends, time slows, and all paths curve inward. To an outside observer, nothing escapes. But from the inside, this is not a trap, it is an embrace. The horizon is where the universe holds itself, wrapping light, matter, and time into a single wholeness. We will never reach it, never touch it, yet we live within it always. You, tonight, are inside that embrace. Gravity itself is the arms around you, the singularity as resolution. Every note of the cosmic symphony, every line of the story, every ripple of time bends toward the singularity. This is not doom, it is resolution. Just as a song must end with harmony, so must a universe. The singularity is that final chord, rich with every note that came before, complete with every motion that ever was. You will not hear it in this life, but you can trust it is there, waiting. That trust is enough. Sleep within the music, knowing that the song of the cosmos will end as beautifully as it began. The parent universe remembered. Though we cannot see beyond the horizon, we carry echoes of the parent universe that birthed us. Its collapse gave us matter. Its death gave us life. Its silence gave us our sky. We cannot thank it, but we can remember it. Every star above is a reminder that endings feed beginnings. Every breath you take is proof that collapse is not final. As you drift toward sleep, you are breathing the legacy of a cosmos before ours, alive inside its gift. The child universes to come. Inside our cosmos, stars collapse into black holes. Each of those black holes may contain a universe of its own. This means our universe will have children, and those children will have children endlessly. You are part of a family tree that stretches beyond imagination. To live is to contribute to futures you will never see, but which will carry your atoms, your echoes, your influence. Sleep in that continuity. You are not the end of anything. You are the middle of everything. The safety of containment. Containment is not always control. Sometimes it is care. The black hole's horizon keeps us safe. The way a shell keeps a seed safe. The way a womb keeps a child safe. You are inside the safest structure nature can make. Nothing leaves. Nothing intrudes. Nothing is lost. This is why the night feels so calm. You are not in danger. You are in shelter. Tonight, as you close your eyes, let yourself feel it fully. You are sheltered by the universe itself. The black hole is home. Home is not simply where you are. It is where you belong. If our universe is inside a black hole, then that is our home. The horizon is our roof. The galaxies are our neighbors. The singularity is our future. We belong here inside the curved walls of this cosmic chamber, not by accident, not by mistake, but by design. To call it home is not to diminish it. It is to recognize what it already is. The place that holds us, nurtures us, completes us. Sleep tonight in your true home, the black hole universe that gave you life. The final rest. And so we arrive at the end of the thought. What if we are living inside a black hole right now? The answer is not fear. The answer is rest. To live inside is to live within walls that protect, within a fabric that remembers, within a gravity that carries, within a story that does not end but transforms. Black holes are not monsters. They are mothers, storytellers, sanctuaries, seeds. We are not lost. We are found. We are not trapped. We are held. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, let the universe itself cradle you. You are safe inside its embrace, falling with galaxies, glowing with stars, remembered forever in the quiet of the horizon. The black hole is not the end. It is the cradle of your dreams.